Smeargle is currently not allowed in GSC UU. It's one of the many Pokemon in UUBL. It's not an OU, but it's disallowed from UU. When discussing UUBL Pokemon that could drop to UU, though, Smeargle is one of the more interesting Pokemon. While Smeargle's stats are abysmal, it has the best move pool in the entire game. Smeargle learns almost every single move in Gen 2. The only moves to my knowledge that Smeargle doesn't have are Self-Destruct and Explosion. The fact that they end the turn when used make it impossible to sketch them in GSC. Aside from that, you can run whatever you want on Smeargle. You can run anything from Splash to Sacred Fire. The amount of competitively viable things you can do with Smeargle is limited, but there's still quite a lot you can do with it. So, how would Smeargle be in GSC UU? The answer is quite interesting. If you put Smeargle into GSC UU as the tier currently is, it would be a bit nonsensical. And that's because of Baton Pass, which Smeargle is excellent at using. However, if you ban Baton Pass, which is a good idea even without Smeargle in the tier, Smeargle is probably not that good. Let's look at how Smeargle uses Baton Pass first though. Smeargle can pass almost anything it pleases. It can pass Agility because of the Speed Pass ban, but it can pass Mean Look, Barrier, Belly Drum, Sword Stance, Acid Armor, etc. Mean Look passing is probably the most egregious thing here. If you trap something with Mean Look and then use Baton Pass, the opponent will remain trapped in. This is pretty game breaking, and if Smeargle manages to pull it off, it can end the game right there. If you trap something passive like Hypno, you can now set up all over it with your Baton Pass teammates, like Mr. Mime or Scyther. Smeargle can use moves like Encore and Spore to make a trap pass more feasible. Mean Look is also not the only thing Smeargle can pass. Smeargle can pass Belly Drum to Pokemon like Dugtrio, possibly ending the game right there. Smeargle can pass Acid Armor on full Baton Pass teams. Baton Pass Smeargle is very unpredictable. You don't know what it's gonna pass until it's probably too late. GSC UU is just not good at dealing with Baton Pass. The tier is very lacking in good phasers, and there's only a few Haze and Encore users. People already want to ban Baton Pass without Smeargle, and Smeargle would make the issue 10 times worse. It has way too much potential with the move in this tier. Smeargle cannot be put into GSC UU without first banning Baton Pass. If you do ban Baton Pass though, Smeargle is significantly easier to deal with and completely fine in GSC UU. Without Baton Pass, Smeargle is left as a pure supporting Pokemon. While Smeargle does have all the offensive moves it could hope for, offensive sets are out of the question. Smeargle has less attack than Cleffa, and less special attack than Rattata. Smeargle isn't going to pull off a defensive set either. It has 55 HP, 35 defense, and 45 special defense. It also has no useful resistances. Maybe you can make some weird recover set work, but it just seems super unreliable and setup fodder for a lot of Pokemon. The most valuable move that Smeargle learns is Spikes. Smeargle would bump the list of legal Spikes users up to 4. Smeargle would face heavy competition from Qwilfish though. While Qwilfish does lack Smeargle's amazing move pool, it has defensive utility, a decent offensive presence, and more speed. Qwilfish is 10 points faster than Smeargle is. Qwilfish outspeeds Nidoqueen, Gyarados, Blastoise, and Feraligatr, and Smeargle fails to outspeed all of them. Qwilfish has decent physical bulk, resistances to water and poison, and an immunity to toxic. Qwilfish has much better longevity than Smeargle does. Qwilfish can also switch into Blastoise and threaten it with Curse boosted Sludge Bomb, while Smeargle completely thuds into Blastoise. It can't even try to KO it with Destiny Bond, because the turtle is faster. Smeargle's lack of a toxic immunity also makes it much worse against all teams. Qwilfish actually poses an offensive threat thanks to its good stab combination, decent strength, and Sludge Bomb's poison ray. Smeargle isn't KOing anything unless it catches it with a Destiny Bond or snipes a Psychic type with Present. It would be more forgivable if Smeargle got Explosion, but it doesn't. Smeargle is probably a better lead spiker than Qwilfish, but outside of that, Qwilfish is better. Also, Spore isn't that great in this tier because Rest Hawk is extremely common. All the Rest Hawk users can hit Smeargle hard, by the way. Without Baton Pass, Smeargle is just left using a bunch of random utility moves. It learns Heal Bell, but its longevity is much worse than Granbull and Chansey. It learns Rapid Spin, but it can threaten Haunter outside of status, and Blastoise is a better spinner. I think Smeargle would shine most on hyper offense teams. Smeargle's extremely limited longevity isn't that big of a deal on such offensive teams, and Smeargle can support its teammates. GSC UU is a pretty constricted tier when team building, and Smeargle suffers from this. It is difficult to justify a Pokemon with no defensive utility and garbage longevity. It's one of the primary reasons Pikachu is so garbage. However, while Pikachu has crazy offensive strength, Smeargle just has a bunch of support moves. KOing stuff with Destiny Bond is very unreliable considering how many Pokemon outspeed Smeargle, as well as things like Paralysis. Smeargle would be a huge gimmick in GSC UU. I don't think Smeargle would be completely unviable, but I doubt it's higher than a B tier Pokemon. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. If you ban Baton Pass from GSC UU, you can put Smeargle in the tier just fine. I'm pretty sure Smeargle was UU many years ago. Why don't we bring it back and ban stupid ass Baton Pass while we are at it?